Winston and the Beard, good morning. Fairly important video, this one. I always said that on this trip I wasn't preparing to come to Montana. Well, I made it to Montana. When I was about 9 years old, my cousin Johnny and I sat down and watched A River Runs Through It. Because of the film and the book. I've had a 20-year passion, love interest, whatever you want to call it, with Montana. I've always wanted to come here. I've always wanted to see it. I've actually always wanted to come and fish in Montana, and unfortunately haven't managed to do it on this trip yet. But I've made it, and it's everything that I imagined it to be in terms of its beauty, its vastness, its incredible romantic pull. I don't think I've really mentioned it to anyone back home, and I don't even know if my cousin knows what effect watching that film had on me at the time. We both used to run around as kids fishing, and I think almost reenacting the River Runs Through It, the two boys in it. I was obviously Brad Pitt, he was the older guy. I've turned the camera on here because this is the Blackfoot River, which is what Norman Maclean talks about in his book. Of all the places I wanted to come see in Montana, this was one of them. It's not particularly special. It's just at the moment a swollen river with some awesome trout fishing in it. But just as a little personal note, I guess this place holds something quite special to me, that's all. And has done since I watched the movie about 20 years ago. So thank you, Robert Redford, for managing to convince Norman Maclean to turn it into a movie. I'm pretty happy right now. Been through Missoula, that's mentioned in the book too, and I'm currently on my way to Helena, the state capital. So if you haven't seen it, I advise you go and watch A River Runs Through It. It's quite emotional. Quite poetic, and even as a 9-year-old it had a definite effect on my romantic soul. Cheerio.